Welcome to episode 3 of Fat Nerd, Skinny Nerd. I am at Russ Modi, and this is...
By the power of Grayskull, I am Rob Cummings at Cummings20Rob.
Cummings20Rob. Good old Cummings20Rob.
That's right. Confuse the shit out of you.
Yeah, we're here to talk movies, comics, TV, bunch of nothing.
Right.
All right,
or everything.
Episode 3, we're trying out a new format.
Yeah.
And I have shorter episodes, so it's easier to watch. You don't have to shove everything down your gullet at once.
Right. Smaller portions.
Stop throating our podcast. Fuck.
Dig down deep. Deep throat in the podcast. Smaller serving sizes when you're counting your calories.
Let's talk stuff.
All right, let's talk stuff. So, we want to talk about ranking the MCU films. We got 18 of them now with the release of Black Panther, and I think we're gonna have a little fun here because I feel like we're gonna have a slightly different view on this. And I feel like everybody kind of does. I kind of quickly put together last night my list, and maybe I'll kind of together we'll build.
Nah, fuck that. We're starting at the bottom. We're starting at the top.
Yes, I'll start at the bottom. Start the worst one, Marvel, and then go all the way to the best one.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's going to be harder that way, right?
Worst
well,
one.
I'll tell you, I think in my heart of hearts, anybody who knows me knows what I'm going to say. Iron Man 3 is the worst Marvel film. Marvel Cinematic Universe film, because we're not going to get into the Sam Raimi Spider-Mans. We're not going to get into any of the X-Men films.
And what about the Hulk movie with...
that is in the MCU, yes.
Yeah.
That is in the one with Ed Norton.
Yeah.
But not the one with Eric.
Nah, but what about the one with Edward Norton? You like that one? That one's good for you?
That one, I have that one...
That one
I actually have that one at 17. So that's... I mean, I didn't want to, you know...
Right. No, that's fine.
Go right at it.
What about the second Thor?
The second Thor, I have it at 16. So we're actually
okay,
you almost have
it's low.
My list figured out. All right. Well, obviously Iron Man 3. I think the problems with it are you don't get enough of him in the Iron Man suit.
Mm-hmm.
It's very James Bondy in a lot and like I go to an Iron Man film for Iron Man, not for James Bond. Like I'll go to a James Bond film for James Bond.
Really? Because I was upset when I saw 50 Shades of Grey that it wasn't Ninja Turtles.
Like, where's the Ninja Turtles? Where's that dumb new cartoon where they make them look like shit?
Where's Casey Anthony? Or,
Casey,
that's the fucking hockey player.
That's somebody different.
He smacks the baby with the fucking hockey stick. That's Casey Jones.
Right, Casey Jones. But Iron Man 3, obviously the whole Mandarin bullshit was fucking super aggravating. They wasted Aldrich Killian, they wasted AIM.
They made Tony Stark talk to a fucking kid.
Yeah, man.
I don't want to see him talk to a kid.
It's like a buddy cop film with like a little 10-year-old kid, and then
that kid. I hope that kid's career is dead from that fucking shit movie.
Exactly.
It's his fault.
And then they retconned most of what they did anyway. Because he blows up all of his suits at the end for his girlfriend. And I feel like if you really love me, you're going to support me being Iron Man. You're not going to be like, I don't want you to be Iron Man. Blow up all your suits. Yeah. Do it for me. And then he doesn't have the arc reactor. Then he has the arc reactor again. And then
yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow needs to stick to getting fucking suction therapy on her back with the fucking cups and hot rocks.
She does that?
She does that.
Yeah? That's supposed to be a hot thing, huh? People really think that works,
her back
no?
looks like shit.
I would... I think
big
everything on her
circles on her back.
Like shit. Yeah,
she's pretty, but the back suction.
And now because
she looks like she just got unplugged from the Matrix.
That's her Iron Man suit, like her.
Like
she gets one.
Birthed into the Matrix.
Oh my god! Yeah,
fucking,
she pulls the long.
Just covered in placenta. Yeah. It's the mucus plug.
He just runs for 10 minutes just trying to get it out of her. Yeah. Then she dies or something, or has some kind of superpowers, and then how are they gonna explain that she doesn't?
All right, so all right, we got Iron Man 3.
All right, so we're definitely in agreement that Iron Man 3 is the worst Marvel Cinematic Universe film.
I agree with slight differences, but yes,
that's
that's the worst.
All right, so 100%. That I think that's easy to. I mean, I walked out of that film angry.
Hey, move on.
Okay, all right. Well, I can't
get over it.
I can't get over it.
You're not walking out of the film.
There's not many films that I walked out of angry,
later.
but I was so I can't. Okay, so I got The Incredible Hulk at 17. I think a lot of these films suffer from they were better before other better films came out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I didn't like the fact that as soon as Edward Norton got mad, he turned into Brad Pitt. I thought it was going to be... I thought it was going to be different.
Yeah. I thought he was going to be giant green rage monster.
I mean, either way, he like shoots himself in the face at the end, right?
That was a deleted thing that they kind of hinted at.
It's Ed Norton, right?
Yeah,
Do they make him do that in every movie that he's in? Like, you gotta shoot yourself in the fucking face.
You know how this one's gonna end, right? You're shooting yourself in the face.
I was waiting for it during Birdman.
You know, and I liked. Oh yeah, right. That was a great
shoot yourself
film.
In the face.
Oh my god, but like, I liked him as the Hulk, but I will say after now having Mark Ruffalo and obviously the CG's better, I thought they made some interesting things, but like interesting moves, but like there was not that much substance behind it. Like they teased the leader and they never did anything with that. Mm-hmm. Abomination is just like another one of the. I think a lot of people complain about the villains in the MCU universe just being MCU, being like just like, oh, it's a evil version of the good guy, and that is kind of the case in some senses. Version. Right, but I think he's one of the ones that really suffers from like he really is just a boring another like Abomination. I don't know. I feel like Abomination in the comic books and in the cartoons has a little bit more, and he's not just another Hulk who can speak a little clearer.
I think that movie just in general was.
Yeah, it wasn't anything.
Even when it came out,
the highlight of that is like he uses pieces of a cop car to like as like boxing gloves, and it's like that's not enough for me. And that would have been higher on the list maybe a couple of years ago. But like, there's so many good films now.
Watching the Hulk walk out of a room from fucking Helena Bonham Carter,
right,
so awkward. And he still got his pants on. It's like, what the fuck?
Right? Yeah.
And where's your bulge, bro?
Right. And that's another thing too. Is
they
like,
designed the Hulk with no bulge.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
No penis.
Yeah. And then see now that.
I wonder if it's still human size and it just shrinks into his mound.
Right. Well, you think he's a grower or a shower?
No, I think it's still so human.
Okay.
On his Hulk body,
does it stay,
that
like,
it can't get a boner.
Caucasian color,
it's just it's sucked into his fucking food.
Okay, like it's
like his muscle, muscle mound,
right?
Where his penis would be, is probably so much bigger as the Hulk,
right?
That it dwarfs his human penis.
Okay, right.
Which just makes a little hole. It's like a second belly button.
Okay, right. Okay.
And his nuts go in too, so it's like a bowling ball, but it's all protective. So like if the Hulk gets fucking smashed,
right? He gets punched in the ball, and the Hulk punches in the balls.
He's just like, oh,
that's like so it's more of a protective thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's all muscle down there. And all of his human parts are just sucked in.
So you think that's what he means by like he can't have sex? Not that like he'd turn into the Hulk, but just that his penis would just be so tiny, right? Maybe it's okay. All right. So you think maybe it's like when he's not hard, it's like a little Caucasian colored regular sized penis, which now looks even smaller because he's the Hulk. But then when he gets hard, it's a giant green monster penis.
I think he worked at it, and I think he controls his penis when he becomes the Hulk.
So it's like two different things. Like he can control himself turning into the Hulk, and also his penis.
Yeah,
right.
Because I feel like by accident there have been times where like he was getting a blowjob from a chick and like she goes to slide a finger in his ass and he just hulks out and just fucking murders her.
Hulk doesn't like that. Hulk
just
doesn't want finger
murders
in butt.
her. It's like or he turns into the Hulk and he wants a whole fist. It's just like
that's not big enough.
Fist.
Yeah. So then I wonder then. So then that kind of throws a wrench in the whole. Why does Black Widow calm him down? Would it be the opposite? Wouldn't he see her and then just get really
sex
like
rage?
Yeah, like Hulk want to fuck, you know?
Yeah, maybe he doesn't want to fuck her.
Maybe he doesn't like her and he feels bad. He doesn't know how to say it.
Yeah, maybe he's like good tits, bro face.
Yeah, oh, come on, man, that's Scarlett Johansson.
I know, but I mean, maybe that's his preference.
Oh, maybe he's not. Maybe he doesn't like redheads.
Maybe he's into like third world people with the fly mouth.
Maybe if she was green, he doesn't like Asians. Maybe he's like racist against. He only likes green girls. You know. Which did you ever hear a couple years ago? David Goyer called She-Hulk just a Hulk with tits. This guy makes films. He writes movies. How does he have a job still? The guy's a moron. How does he write? Like he's in charge of like DC related things. If his name's on something, I don't want to see it. Him and Michael Bay are the two guys where it's like I don't have anything to do with it if their name is on a film. You know what I mean? How do you?
What color are her nipples?
They got to be a darker shade of green.
I'm just curious now about the tits.
They got to be a darker shade of green, right?
Or purple? Do they become pants purple?
I don't think they need purple. No, I don't know.
Does she wear purple lipstick? Does she wear lipstick?
I don't think she. I mean, maybe because she's still kind of like.
There's some versions of her where she's like jacked like the Hulk. And there's some versions where she's like lean, and she wears like a spandex suit.
Yeah,
and she's like hot.
Yeah, she wears like a 3-piece suit because she's like a lawyer and everything. And
it's like kind of like if you don't smell and you're just green, that's still.
Are you really the Hulk? Or are you just like
Yeah, I mean, no, she doesn't turn into Shrek.
Right.
She's not like, she's not like, I smell like an onion.
No. Oh my god!
Turns into a Hulk.
I don't know. They got to introduce her in the MCU. I think that'd be interesting.
No, they should just kill her right away. Like She-Hulk existed, but then she died.
Yeah, she died in 5 seconds. No, but that would be sexist because girls can be superheroes too, Russ.
All right, that's number 17 is
16. I got Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah,
I think yeah, right. I mean, it's fun, but like there's no, I don't know.
Yeah, the villain's a fucking elf from Lord of the Rings. Next,
Thor at 15. Why you think that you don't agree with that?
No. Thor at 15.
I think that film. It's a nice film, but it's another one of those ones where it suffers from he's like not Thor.
The only one that's like super fun is Ragnarok.
Oh, well, Ragnarok's so very high.
That's fine. Yeah, I got it with Thor.
I got Iron Man 2 at 14. I actually I don't know where people really hated on Iron Man 2
I'm thinking
after
Black
the fact.
Panther at that.
Black Panther that low?
Yeah.
No, I got Black Panther a little higher than that.
I don't think it was. I mean, like I said, it's just another origin story. It was new stuff because it was in Wakanda, so it's going to be new stuff, obviously.
Okay, so you're not
agreeing. Like, we're making a Marvel film. It's going to be on Pluto. Like you're not going to know what to expect. That'll be cool,
but like, is it good? Like,
yeah. I mean, it was good. The movie was good.
Really
it wasn't anything special, dude.
Okay.
When Iron Man 2 came out, and you had War Machine and Iron Man fighting side by side against
way better War Machine.
All of fucking Justin Hammer's different military robots,
hammer droids,
and that was so fucking cool, dude. Like,
that's a great.
I didn't have a moment
when both the masks come down and like
it's
go time,
and
like
then just back to back, and the fucking War Machine.
And Whiplash
thing,
isn't that terrible.
No,
you know.
Look, Whiplash
and how
is
about
cool
the scene
villain.
where he's at the racetrack and he puts the suit on?
Oh yeah,
and he's like,
he
dude, how cool is that? Right? That's but people should.
I want my bird.
I want my bird.
I want my bird.
What, like a bird in Russia? Like.
Give me my
people
board.
shit on that movie after the fact, and I don't understand why. It's a good film. I don't know why. Anyway, same thing with like Age of Ultron. People shit on it after the fact. Anyway, 13, Iron Man, the original Iron Man, which would have been a lot higher again, but I feel like there's other films that are now a little bit better.
No,
Age
of Ultron.
The graphics get better. You got Age of Ultron at number 13,
or Black Panther.
Wow. Okay. All right. I have so Iron Man at 13, Doctor Strange at 12. I think just because. It's it's a little more visually interesting. The CGI is better now because we're a few years into the MCU and stuff like that.
I'm gonna have
Iron Man's a more interesting character.
I'm gonna have to fight you on.
No,
this
I mean like a fist fight. Should we go outside and fist fight
with Doctor Strange?
I'm willing to change.
I had a great time during that movie.
Yeah.
Well, I expected it to suck dick.
Right. Okay.
I expected Doctor Strange to suck.
But you didn't watch it sober, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did? Okay, good. Okay, because a lot of people go like, "Oh, let's get high and then go see it." It's like, no, watch it for the, what it is. Yeah. Oh right. We have to be responsible. Yeah.
So it's like, I definitely enjoyed Doctor Strange more than Black Panther.
And you don't. Yeah. And it's wow, really, even Doctor Strange more than Black Panther.
Dude, there's no twist to Black Panther.
Oh, you mean like no thing that you don't see? Yeah, but what twist does Doctor Strange have?
The end, how he beat Dormammu.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's
a really cool,
decent
that's a fun.
That was like a mind
too.
fuck of way to like beat the bad guy. Again, like I said, Black Panther was cool, but it was just straight up. I'm gonna murder you. You lose. I win. Done. There was no trickery that had to be involved, really, aside from the fact that he survived the cliff. You know what I mean? Like, okay,
and there was no swerves in that. Like, you knew he didn't die when he got thrown off the cliff against Killmonger,
right? Because it's not called fucking Black Leopard or whatever,
right? Or a Golden Jaguar or Killmonger's origin. Okay, next I have Ant-Man at 11. Which I would say that one's got. I mean, that's more, I guess, the more comedy one. You don't like that one either,
man,
huh?
I love that, man.
Oh, you think Ant-Man should be higher?
Age of Ultron should take that place, or Civil War.
So you would put Civil
War's not that good.
Oh, dude, come on. Okay, I love that our list
or
is so much different.
Or the first Avengers.
I have Age of Ultron at 10.
Avengers.
I have Age of Ultron at 10.
Age of Ultron at 10.
Which now I feel like an asshole for having it at 10. You made me feel like an asshole.
That's super high.
Right. You think it's, yeah? That's what we
Again,
do. I
carbon copy of the first one.
Not entirely. I think
not entirely. They switch out the bad guy.
No, there's like some hints of the first one.
Here is a robot man now. Fight him. It's James Spader. Now the movie's great.
No. Justice League is a carbon copy of Age of Ultron because they said, "Hey, Joss Whedon, Joss Whedon, sorry, Joss, which he dropped out of Batgirl.
You won't let me live.
You won't let me live.
You won't CGI."
But the whole ending is basically Age of Ultron in Justice League, and it was like, oh,
but
could
Justice
you please?
League's not on this list.
I'm just saying. All right, okay, back to focus. So I got Black Panther at 9.
Black Panther at 9.
Yeah. And I love Age of Ultron, but I just thought Black Panther did some.
I agree that it's better than Age of Ultron.
Oh man, see now I don't know. Now I'm rethinking my entire life. Everything I've thought of up until this point is completely different now. All right, let me give you the rest of it. I got Captain America, the First Avenger at 8. I got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 at 7.
Okay.
I got Spider-Man Homecoming at 6.
Okay.
I have the first Avenger film at 5.
Okay.
I have Ragnarok at 4. I have Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, at 3.
Oh.
I have Civil War at 2. And I have Winter Soldier at 1.
Oh my God, Winter Soldier 100% at 1.
Yeah,
completely skip over Civil War.
What are you
Number
talking
2 is
about,
Guardians.
dude?
Number 2 is Guardians. Number
Right, so-
3
okay.
is Thor Ragnarok.
Okay.
Number 4, you could start throwing Civil War out there. Come on. Winter Soldier is the best movie, first of all. You agree with that?
Oh, 100%.
But second Civil War?
I
Yeah.
have Civil War too. Yeah.
Civil War.
But Civil War, it's packed with. I mean, oh yeah. But then again, you know what? You're right because Guardians of the Galaxy is so emotional.
The first one was so good.
Like just that scene where Gamora is like, "Take my hand," and he sees his mom. Like, if you don't cry, you're a piece of shit.
But the first Guardians was just so good in general.
It was so good.
It was completely
like
different than everything else in the MCU at the time.
I feel like an asshole.
It was a complete curveball, and it was fucking great, dude. The soundtrack was great. Everything about the movie.
Top five.
Yeah.
You know, it's up there.
But I just feel like Civil War was just like, oh, I get to see all the heroes now together. Yeah, cool. I feel like Guardians was like, what's this going to be like?
More
they took
substance?
fucking superheroes that were almost unknown to people who didn't read comic books.
Okay.
And turned that into a fucking hit movie.
So my whole top 5 and then the middle is completely different than how you would put it.
Yeah.
Like my bottom 3, we definitely 100% agree. And then the top 5 is where it starts to get a little jumpy.
Well, I think the top 5 in a different order would be the similar movies.
Okay.
But yeah, I think...
man.
I'm just upset.
But do you like Avengers ahead of Homecoming and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
The first Avengers ahead of...
Yeah, Homecoming. And Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Because
Yeah,
Guardians of the Galaxy 2 kind of also falls into that, like...
Yeah,
it's
carbon
kind of like
copy.
a rehash,
Yeah, no.
you know what I mean? Although
I'm-
it was fun and it was super emotional.
I think the villain was better. That's the only plus.
And then
to
that's the thing
Guardians
too
2.
is like, but see, it's kind of like a double-edged sword because you want it to have the same things that you enjoyed about the first one, but you don't want it to be too much of the same. Like Ant-Man looks like it's going to be just as much fun as the first one, but is that going to be another one that falls into the like, oh, it's a carbon copy? It's just
I don't
Ant-Man.
think so, dude. The preview show. Again,
I mean,
it's
a
all
lot of the
speculation,
visuals are the
but
same, man.
I don't think so. I mean, all right,
visuals
the fucking wasp running on the knife. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Right.
But I see a lot more use of the shrink and the
grow. Yeah, when the truck like shrinks and drives onto the other car and then pops up and flips.
Everyone was so cool with the Pez dispenser.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like, whatever,
great.
that's fine.
Great.
But like, but the truck flipping the other truck with the use of the thing, like that was cool. I thought that was awesome.
And I'm really interested in seeing the emotion that's going to come from. It's going to have comedy. It's going to have the emotions that are going to come from like Hank finding Janet. You know, in the subatomic universe, and like obviously Hope's reaction to that, and you know, because like obviously like Wasp is a way better Ant-Man than Ant-Man is, and then she has stingers and she has the wings and stuff, and so it's like I'm just looking forward to like I guess post. I mean I don't want to rush Infinity War, but also like I wish it was tomorrow because I really want to see it, and I also want to see where the cinematic universe goes and who's going to be obviously you have Spider-Man, Black Panther, Doctor Strange. These characters are all going to be part of like the quote unquote new Avengers, Ant-Man and Wasp. Maybe Bucky becomes Cap. We don't know. I think there's more likely Bucky becoming Cap than Falcon becoming Cap.
I think they could split the mantle.
I think they could, because you know what they could do too? They could do like a lot of people don't know about U.S. Agent. It's kind of like another version of like Captain America. So you could have Bucky be like quote unquote U.S. Agent, and he has one shield, and then Falcon's a different Captain America with a different shield. Because now you can have, get this man a shield, get all these men shields. You know what I mean? So you can have all kinds of different.
Get this man a shield.
Yeah, get these team of shields. Get these.
Now you're Russian. Shields. He's not Russian. He's from Wakanda.
Yeah, well, I'm not good at accents. I never said I was good at accents.
That's good. So that's our list. That's our list. Number one, Captain America, Winter Soldier.
Yeah, 100% number one, and Iron Man 3 is 100% the worst one. Where do you think Infinity War is going to fall?
I hope it's number one.
I hope it's
number one. I don't think it's going to be, but I hope it is.
At least, but... yeah, I know. I think we're kind of we're in kind of the same neighborhood with that, right?
Yeah, I love a good neighborhood.
Yeah, man, it's a beautiful day in the MCU neighborhood. But yeah, man, cool. All right, so I guess we're kind of in agreement, which is a rarity for us.
Is agreement a word?
Yeah, isn't it?
I think agreement.
Oh yeah, agreement. Actually, yeah. Well, maybe it's like.
Is agreement?
Are you going to Google it to
word?
see if I'm an idiot?
Yeah,
I mean, you don't have to. Is Rob an idiot? Agreeance. What did I say? Agreeance. It's like store. Did you store it? Agreeance. Let's see. Yeah, I think agreeance is a word. Let's see. Agreeance is a word that seems to be continually reinvented and recycled. The term first appeared in the 16th century and enjoyed its greatest popularity in the 18th and earliest to mid-19th century, since it has fallen into disuse.
Because what the fuck?
I guess, yeah, agreeance is it's a word, bro. Sorry, man.
It's old
agreeance. Look at that. The act or state of agreeing, agreement, origin of agreeance. 1540. Look at that. People were saying agreeance way back when. So, but all right, yeah. So I guess that's
you old timey fuck.
That's me, man. That's me. Old timey, Captain Old Timey. But yeah, I think it's all. I think it's all. I have my input for the ranking of the MCU films.
Fuck! I wish we had more to talk about.
Yeah. Well, for now, that's that. For now, there's nothing wrong with that. Did you hear anything about the Shazam film?
No.
Yeah, they started.
I didn't.
I think they're halfway done with that. I think,
with Mashaz?
What's it? Who?
Mashaz?
You mean?
Shazam. I don't want to turn into him. I don't want to say
yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, Shazam! That's a cool power, man.
Is
it?
I
feel like I'm a big kid.
Like it.
I'm like a big kid.
You are. You're fucking old. Too old to be a kid.
Wouldn't that be a cool?
You're too old to be a child. I think also no, because they disable your jaw and then that's it. You're no power.
Or you cover like Black Adam covers your mouth. The Rock. You know.
Yeah. That's it. You're done. No superpower for you.
You know what? Something I was thinking about the other day. I wanted to. I'll pass it by you now because you know who else am I going to talk to about? I was thinking about casting the Fantastic Four. You know, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and what do you think of this? No, you know, no. You don't like that? Okay, you don't like Fantastic Four? All right, he doesn't like Fantastic Four, folks.
Fuck the Fantastic Four.
Fuck you, dude. We're going to talk about
Fantastic
that.
Four.
At some time in the future, we're going to talk about the Fantastic Four.
Let's talk about that fucking reboot of Marvel.
Okay.
Why
you
would
talking
we wait
about
for another episode when we could talk about it right now?
Okay, you got it. All right, so you're right. Why put off till tomorrow when we can do today? All right, so if anybody doesn't know, Marvel, the comic book side of things, they're rebooting their universe for the 8th time in 6 years. And which is crazy. And I think it's interesting that they have done so many reboots and they can't quite get it right. But DC does one reboot or 2 reboots in that same amount of time, and it's really stuck and it's worked. But then for some reason, the movies, Marvel's got so much success, and DC has obviously total garbage. I think one of the problems with the MCU
What's the problem with not the MCU. What's the problem with the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Not the MCU. The Marvel comic books. There's a lot of Marvel going on.
Oh, it's still MCU, the Marvel Comics universe.
Oh yeah, there you go. Shit. That's where the confusion is from.
Oh shit, it's so confusing now.
I think
what the fuck are we talking about?
As much as diversity is a good thing and it's a needed thing, and I actually think it's a thing that's kind of been in comic books, but people kind of discard it.
Diversity is great, but don't move into my town.
That's right. Be diverse somewhere else. I think Marvel has a problem where they shove it in your face.
Yes.
And it's too much like, look at all these female...
Iron Man's a black woman now.
Yeah, and
Thor's a lady.
Everybody's gay and females and blacks,
Falcon's
fine.
Falcon's gay and married. Like, yeah, it's cool. Let him be gay and married.
Now,
just stop making fucking a big deal about it.
But don't shove it in our face, because DC has gay characters, DC has female characters, DC has black characters, DC has all kinds of diversity, but they're kind of like chill about it. They're kind of like, yeah, we got those characters, but it's not a big deal. You know, we're just superheroes trying to save the world. We're not trying to talk about...
By pointing it out so hard, you're kind of being racist.
Wait, what?
By pointing it out that you have these characters,
right?
You're being racist. No, you're racist.
We already know you're every single podcast. Like, listen to episode 2 of Fat Nerd Skinny Nerd. I'm not racist at all.
That's the whole episode.
No, it's not. No.
Well, you brought it up. I was just talking about. I was talking about Marvel.
Yeah. Okay.
I was talking about them being like, look, we got.
So you think Marvel was in the wrong? We got shove it in their face.
We got a gay. Like, cool.
We got a gay.
Cool story, bro.
It's like, and I think too is those characters are there, but like I think just how in comic books is how it is in real life. Like I don't think gay people want, hey, look, make everything that I am be about that, not just, hey, I'm like a construction worker, but I just happen to also be gay. Like that's not the important thing.
It's like every time he saves someone, and then he's just like, "Don't forget, I'm gay."
Right, yeah.
It's like, what does it matter?
I'm your friendly neighborhood gay superhero. Yeah. Like, don't tell everybody.
No, don't forget, I'm fucking gay.
Right. And it's like, wouldn't that cut into your your secret identity a little bit? Because then it's like, okay, well now if I want to find,
I'm looking for someone who's fucking a dude.
Right.
He's gonna be strong about it. He's probably gonna be a top.
Like, unlike the Get Out guy from Black Panther, who was a bottom. We figured out that he is a
power bottom. Generated the thrust from the bottom.
That's a good superhero name. Power bottom.
His lazy ass.
Here to get fucked.
Stay woke. Power bottom.
But I don't know why Marvel can get the movies so spot on, but they can't really get the comic books figured out, and they just keep. And I think that's another problem is let's reboot it again. And they can't figure out the pieces that work and the pieces that don't work. And but like DC, like I was really big into collecting comic books for a good stretch. And then I was starting to get, like, maybe if it was fatigue, or I was just starting to spend too much money, or I didn't like some of the stories.
Fatigued by collecting.
That's right. Yes. No, because some of the stories.
Were you going out catching them like Pokemon?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Absolutely. It was. I mean, this is hard to collect all these comic books. But I stopped collecting for a little bit, and it was at a time where like Captain America was like Hydra, and they were doing all the reboots, and then I'd like a book because of an artist, or I'd like a book because of a writer, and then they changed the artist, or they changed the writer, and then it's like, it's not as good as it was, and it lost luster, and then I'd slowly cut down my pull list until I had nothing left, and I was like, I'm just going to take a break. And I didn't know how good, Rebirth for DC was, and then I read the new Superman stuff, and it's good. And I haven't read everything, but it's good. And then I think you were telling me about the whole Batman, the Metal, or Justice League Metal, or whatever. DC Metal. And it's like, I haven't read it, but what you told me, it sounds phenomenal. Like, so phenomenal. Sick. But why can't
Marvel, I said, I haven't read it. I listen to Comic Story, and shout out to Comic Story. And,
yeah, hell yeah, he's great.
I get all my comic stuff from him when I don't have time to read anything. But yeah, I was watching his videes, and it was great.
Yeah, man.
I think
great voice too, right?
Really yeah. He's got a very heroic voice.
Yes. So it makes you want to it really pulls you in. It makes you interested.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think they have the recipe for the movies down.
Yes,
and it's easier to find. I think it's easier to find an audience when you're doing something as visual as movies rather than something. I mean, obviously comic books are visual because it's art, but
they're kind of
I feel like it's hard to get an audience. You can grab a kid with the movie.
Yeah.
When it comes to comic book reading, you put it this way: you see a movie poster everywhere. You see it on television. You see it on the bus stop. You see it everywhere. When it comes to comic advertising, where do you see it? At the comic book store.
That's it. I know.
So it's like, unless you're specifically going by a comic book store every day, or you're going into one every day, you're not going to know the latest of whatever's coming out. Yeah. But if it's on screen,
right, and it's easier because they don't make commercials for comic books on television. Right. And that's the thing too. Like paper's dying too. Everything's digital now. So like you're not gonna. Who wants to collect comic books when you can just we got to knock at the door. What's this?
My Chinese food.
The Chinese food is interrupting us.
All right.
I'll bullshit while you're going to get that.
Fine.
Anyway, so Russ is now getting his Chinese food. I think it's sad to say, but I think paper's dying a little bit. I think digital is really coming in. That's kind of hurting the comic book industry. Maybe not as fast as we think, but overall, just I think people aren't used to. The way we perceive things is different. Like I went to my dentist probably a year ago, and they asked me to like write out my address to mail my next appointment, so I don't forget. And then they asked me, "Do you know how to write your address?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? Do I know how to write my address?" Like, of course I do. And they're like, "No, because a lot of younger kids don't know how to do it." And it's like, wow, it makes you think, like, are people just not even going to use, like, not even going to know what pencils and pens are, like, 30 years from now? And it's like a weird notion. Like, there's no paper and pens and everything is just going to be obsolete.
All right, and that's it for this
That's enough of me talking bullshit.
Of
just
Fat Nerd,
Chinese
Skinny
food here.
Nerd. Got my goddamn food. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at FNSNERD.
Yes.
At Russ Modi, at Cummings20Rob.
That's me.
Don't forget to listen to us on Podbean, fatnerdskinnynerd.podbean.com, and check out our YouTube channel, Fat Nerd Skinny Nerd.
That smells so good. It smells so good. I'm a skinny nerd, though.
Bye, guys.